you're a nutritionist and you work for a big company, you can't be going off the range and saying, don't listen to anything we've been telling you for 50 years.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dawn and this is Dawn Does Keto. As you can see, I'm in a different place today. I'm actually in my car. I'm getting ready to head to a place called Pangeaketo. It's a place that opened about a half hour from me in October of 2021, and it is a keto bistro slash grocery store. And they make like homemade keto foods. It was started by a gentleman who lost a ton of weight doing keto. He was diabetic. He had sleep apnea, all kinds of health issues. I think if you go to Pangeaketo.com, you can probably read the story behind the co-founder. His name was Jeff. So me and a friend of mine were going to check it out. It opened in October, and I just haven't ventured down there to check it out. But they were also doing a talk slash like seminar tonight. We are headed down there to check it out and listen in on the seminar. So we're just going to see how that goes. This is definitely a little different style video. It's going to be more of a vlog style, which I have never done before, so please have a little bit of grace for me. It is only Thursday, so at the end of this video, I will still do my weight loss results and my struggles and successes for the week. So we're going to get on the road. See you guys soon. Okay guys, so I just arrived, and this is what the outside of the store looks like. It's called Pangeaketo Bistro and Grocer.
Hi. I just started a week and a half ago on keto.
Jeff I'm the founder of Pangeaketo. The reason we're called Pangea is that is the original supercontinent 200 million years ago, before the continents all started drifting apart.
Oh, okay.
And we like to use that name because our ingredients that we use, you would have found on Earth back then. We don't use seed oil, soybean oil, we don't use any of that kind of stuff in the products that we make in-house. I played college football at Mount Union for a few years. I was in great shape, and then I stopped playing football and got the desk job for a decade or so. Metabolically, things started to change. So I went from a football player to that guy. What happened? Was I eating more? Was I just lazy and not exercising? Was something else at play? And when I turned 45, I got diagnosed with diabetes. Within 6 months of that diagnosis, I had a seizure for the first time in my life. I got diagnosed with epilepsy. The doctor said you should probably go get a test for sleep apnea. So I went to the sleep clinic, spent the night there with all these probes and wires on me. And the next morning I'm leaving, I asked the girl, well, how did I do? And she goes, you only stopped breathing 200 times last night. At the age of 45, I'd wake up in the morning, I'd prick my finger, I'd inject my stomach with some medicine. I had to wear the mask, so I looked like Darth Vader at night. I'm like, this is no way to live. There's got to be something better. And I got gastric bypass surgery when I was 46. That whole process is what really taught me a lot about how food affects you. And the surgeon there said to me, I'll change the size of your stomach and you're going to lose weight for about a year. But after that, you're going to be able to eat a whole plate of food. Don't waste my time or yours by doing this surgery if you're not going to fundamentally change how you eat the rest of your life. Metabolically, my body cannot handle insulin. So I became insulin resistant. This This was my breakfast when I was 45, so I would stick that in my stomach. You had all kinds of different pills for epilepsy, and you had your metformin and all kinds of good stuff. That's no way to go through life, and every time you take a pill, there's probably some other side effect down the road. This pill will affect that, so then you got to take another pill to fix that. One of the reasons I started this store was I wanted a store you can come in, and anything in our store should not have a significant, if any, effect on your blood sugar. Because as a type 2 diabetic, it was hard for me to go to a store and I'd have to sit there for an hour, read all the labels, and even when you think it's low carb, no sugar added, it's using soybean oil or vegetable oil, which is highly inflammatory. You're still going to have achy joints and knees and hips, so I wanted to create a store where everything's clean. We don't use any of those seed oils, anything that we make. This is from Dr. Robert Lustig. He's got a lot of good videos on YouTube. All this medical advancement we've had over the last 30 years. And there's no cure for any of this stuff. It's just treatments. The common denominator, or as I call it, the chronic denominator, is insulin and insulin resistance. 88% of Americans cannot check all those boxes because no one is metabolically fit anymore. You know, we try and listen to the authorities on what we're supposed to do. In the late 70s, early 80s, this came out. We grew up with this. This is how you should eat. If you eat this way, all you're doing all day long, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, is spiking your blood sugar. Almost half of America is diabetic now. Want to know why? Because we've been listening to what we were told. A lot of people don't understand what a carbohydrate is. And if you look at the definition, it's a chain of glucose molecules. When you say something that says no sugar added, well, that's fine, but if there's 40 grams of carbs, that's a long chain of sugar. And that's how you got to start thinking about when you look at food labels. But you have to start thinking to yourself, there's 40 carbs, 40 sugars. That's the mindset you got to start putting in your head. Your body can only hold 5 grams of glucose in your whole circulatory system. Okay? Which is 1 teaspoon. The average American is eating 32 teaspoons. Once again, want to know why we're all diabetic? We're swimming in sugar and carbohydrates. So, which pool do you want to swim in? High carb processed foods, sugar, seed oils, high glycemic fruits. Typical banana nowadays has 19 grams of sugar, which is the equivalent of eating a little Snickers bar. Everything's been genetically modified, and they know we're all addicted to sugar. They can make anything sweeter, they're going to do it because you're going to eat more of it. So over here, healthy fats, which is your monounsaturated, your olive oil, your avocado oil, saturated fat, regular lard to butter, real butter, heavy whipping cream, that kind of stuff. You would eat animals. Animals have saturated fat in it. Our body knows how to process that stuff. Remember this. What's that say, everyone?
There are no essential carbs.
Now, do we know when someone says this is an essential nutrient, what that actually means? You need it, and your body can't produce it on its own. So you have to eat it. Protein is essential. You need amino acids to build your muscles. Your body can't produce its own amino acids, so you have to eat some form of protein. Now you get the fats. Again, going back to the food pyramid, when we were younger, fats were demonized. It causes heart disease. Stay away from fat. Everything was low fat. The fats are essential. You have your omega-3s, 6, 9s. Those are important. Now the problem is we don't get enough omega-3s, and we're getting way too many omega-6s, which are those seed oils, your soybean oil, your vegetable oil. Okay? You still need omega-6s, like I said, 4 to 1 ratio to omega-3s. But we're walking around with a 20 to 1 ratio. So you have to eat that. You have to eat protein, but you don't have to eat carbs. So this is a great way to look at things. This is our body. I'm a visual guy. You have this fuel tank here. Remember I said your body can hold 2,000 calories. Okay? So this is the little fuel tank. This is 99% of America is running on carbs with that little fuel tank. So you get hungry all the time because you're depleting that. What we're saying with the keto diet is we got 40,000 calories of fat stored on us, but we can't access it because we're walking around, floating around in insulin because we ate carbs and sugar. So what we want to turn you into is a fat burner. We want to start using that. The only way you're going to lose weight is to get that moving. There's your 2 choices. be a sugar burner and be on a treadmill going 100 miles an hour just to get fed because you're hungry all the time. You're spiking your blood sugar and you're releasing insulin 24/7. Or we have this big tank sitting on us. Let's use that. Just because someone has a white coat and a stethoscope doesn't mean that they're a nutritionist. It doesn't mean that they know all this science that's been going on the last 20 years with the ketogenic diet. More and more are onto it. It's your choice. You can either, be like I was 6 years ago, taking insulin, or you can have real food. I choose real food. That's why I started Pangeaketo, and I thank you guys for coming and appreciate your time.
So guys, it was a great seminar. Jeff spoke for about an hour. He used lots of visuals, gave us some great information. I'm so happy I went, and I just want to say thank you to my friend Bobby who invited me. I had a good time. Real quick before I jump into the information from this week, last week we talked about restarting keto and if we thought that restarting keto was more difficult the second time around. I logged on to Facebook like the next day, and someone on the Two Crazy Ketos website had posted this, and I'm going to read it because I just thought it tied in so perfectly with what we talked about last week. Don't be afraid to start over again. This time you're not starting from scratch, you are starting from experience. And that's so true. We have so much information and we just need to use that information to the best of our ability. So let's talk about this week's struggles and successes. Let me just tell you, I feel good. Na, 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 na. We ate out twice. Both times we went to IHOP. Once was on Memorial Day. The other time was on Saturday. We went to Amish country on a girls trip. We also went to IHOP and I got the exact same thing. I got an omelet. It was a fajita omelet with the cracked eggs, because in case you don't know, if you don't ask for cracked eggs at IHOP, they put cake batter into the egg mixture. So you have to make sure you ask them for cracked eggs. So it was cracked eggs, it had chunks of chicken breast in it, mushrooms, cheese, and a little container of salsa and sour cream on the side. I also added a side of bacon and sausage both times. So that's what I had last Monday, and that's also what I had on Saturday. And those are the only 2 days we went out to eat this week. That was actually a really good success. The other success is, let me give you a little backstory here. So my husband goes on a golf trip with his friends every year. And my daughter and I have kind of just made it like a girls' time. We do go to Amish country with family. It's a girls' day. Then we usually watch like movies or something. First of all, when we go down to Amish country, they are known for their baked goods. So we spend a ton of money on breads, cookies, cinnamon rolls, fry pies, just everything that you can imagine. I would come home with bags and bags of stuff from there every year when we went. So first off, I did not do that. I did not buy any sweet snacks at all. I bought beef jerky and I bought cheese, and those are the only things that I bought, and that was a huge success. But to top it all off, we would come home and we would go to like Walmart and we would buy $100 worth of snacks, every kind of chip, cookie, or dessert that we had been wanting, ice cream, and we would just pile up TV trays in our living room. That's how lazy we were. We didn't even want to have to get up to get our snacks. They were just sitting right in front of us. Okay, sorry guys, my battery died in my camera and I'm not exactly sure where I was at, but I know I was talking a little bit about us just stockpiling on junk food while the guys were out of town. And we would literally sit and eat ourselves into a sugar coma over the course of the weekend. That didn't happen this weekend, and I'm super excited about it, and I feel so much better. We got home from Amish country on Saturday. I had some chicken salad that I had gotten from Pangea. I had some pork rinds, and I had also gotten a couple little like cheesecakes from Pangea also. And so I had those. And that was it. Like, that is a huge win. I mean, you just don't even know how much food we would consume over the course of that golf trip weekend while the guys were away. So we did not overindulge, and that was a huge win. Real quick, before I move on to the weigh-in for the week, I ordered some new flavors from Keto Chow. Today I made a hot coffee Keto Chow. So what is in that is 12 ounces of coffee, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 egg, and a packet of keto chow, and then I usually top it off with warm water. So today I am trying a new flavor. It's caramel macchiato, and I have not tried this one before, so I kind of wanted to try it and give you guys my reaction on camera. So I'm super excited. I've been waiting, and then my battery died, and I'm like, oh no, now I have to wait even longer. Don't judge me, I drink hot coffee with a straw. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is so good. That is delicious. I can't even tell you how good this is. Anyway, wow. Okay, so the last thing we need to talk about is my weigh-in for this week. I got up this morning and I weighed in at 183 pounds. So I lost the weight that I had gained last week, the 1.2 pounds. My previous weight was 184.2. Today was 183. So I'm back down. The 183 mark is the lowest I've been since I started my channel. So I'm super happy with that. Hoping to be in the 170s soon. That's kind of my goal right now. So if you guys want to be around for this journey, I hope you will like this video, give it a big thumbs up. I hope you will subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification button so that way when I upload my video every week, you will be alerted when it comes out. Thanks guys, and have a great week. Bye!